Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment on the video, let me know what you think. Y'all, why was Stormy mama and her cousin at this reunion? Where was Miss Van? I can't believe that Carlos overlooked Miss Van and brought all these non-factors to this reunion. If Stormy cousin Jr. was making an appearance, then I don't understand. Where's Miss Van? Unless Miss Van was asked and declined, then I am just like, no, just all types of pissed, because Melody and Miss Van scenes they were way more powerful and exciting than seeing Stormy fake fire her cousin, because nobody cared. It was like, it was bad enough that the Scotts were there, and he made it worse with these other non-factors, and he had the nerve to have Stormy cousin up there modeling his suit. I'm like, for what? If he don't sit down, don't nobody care about what he had on or what these people had to say, because they're not part of the cast. It's like he's just wasting time and doing fillers for exactly what happened. He could, if he needed these people, he could have had these people stay at home in Huntsville, and he could have did like a sky, like had them on video or something, where they could have, if he needs to ask them a quick question or something, they could have came in and out of video or whatever. But other than that, these people did not need to be at this reunion. It's like, he got his job. The cousin, he got his job back, and Betty could have continued telling her lies in the comments. So it's like, we didn't need to see this mess. Courtney already rehired the cousin. Carlos, he's making it harder and harder for people to continue watching this mess, because it's as clear as day that he is trying to stack the show with Melody haters. He got 4 Scotts, so I guess he gonna have Stormy and her set of 4 as well. But it's like, it don't matter, because all 8 of them together, they still not strong enough to come for Melody. But Carlos, he only asked the Scotts 2.0 1 or 2 questions, which were about their sex life. And I'm like, that's a doggone shame. They're business people. He's supposed to be a whole lawyer, and she's supposed to be this, what is it, in real estate. And they come to a reunion where they've been on this show all season, and they get asked 2 questions, and it was only pertaining to their sex life. After that, other than him asking them questions about somebody else, he didn't have nothing else for them. So they weren't even worth the plane ticket. But if Carlos don't look at the Scotts 2.0, 1.0, and say they need to be let go, he's not a real executive producer. I don't care what he say. He's not a real executive producer if he can't look at them and tell that it's time for them to exit. Scotts 2.0 have not interested kept the fans' interest at all season long. They have been a dud. Tisha and Marceau, they are a dud. And it's time for them to go. Do not tell me that Carlos is an executive producer when he cannot executive produce. He only can make the tough decisions for other shows, but not his own. Martell was barely seen this whole season, and he didn't have a storyline at all. And he was way more relevant at the reunion than the Scotts were at the reunion. And like I say, they have been on the show all season. Martell was barely shown. It's like when the cast went to break and they were filmed, they were filmed in their dressing rooms. Maurice had to go to Martell's dressing room just to get some camera time because him and Kimmy are just that dang on boring and nobody wants to see them. It's like, granted, Martell, don't nobody want to see Martell either. But that's why he tries to go up against Melody so much and attach himself to Melody every chance he get so he can be relevant or so people can have something to say about him or whatever or tune in to him. But it's really not about him. It's about Melody and finding out things and stuff like that. But the Scotts, they're just pitiful to me. I mean, they all made it through the whole season with one thing. Well, two. Kimmy's libido and Maurice's disrespect for her. But Carlos called himself an executive producer. Stormy mama can't even keep her lie together as to why she don't like Melody. But she up there hollering like somebody owe her some money or something. Like Melody was dating her man or something. It was like Carlos or Stormy couldn't even handle Betty. They hollering, Miss Betty, he calling her name and stuff. Stormy calling her name. And she didn't care. She did not care. Because she's used to acting like that. But that's exactly what he gets for trying to be slick. He knew exactly what type of time Betty was on. He knew Betty was a Melody hater when he hired her. He knew she was nothing but a Wanda replica. And because Stormy and Tisha called themselves friends, he thought one mother is just as good as another mother. So he was like, I don't have anything to lose. If Wanda can't be there, then I'm going to have somebody that's the same as her. Because I want the same drama to take place. It's like, he would not have to have continued to call Miss Van name to get her attention like that. Why? Because Miss Van wouldn't have got irate like that. She wouldn't have got all out of character, got all out of pocket like that. Miss Van would have, it's like, why get all upset for something that don't even concern you? Miss Van and her calm and, her calm demeanor, they wouldn't have had to calm her down because she wouldn't be in business that don't concern her. Miss Van knows that Melody can handle her own mess without her having to argue with somebody Melody's age. But see, Carlos loved that Stormy and her crew, as well as the Scotts, are a bunch of lies and mess starters. Now, I must admit that I was glad to see the Whitlows at the reunion. They did deserve to be at the reunion. They did deserve to be there. And I'm glad that he did say that the door will remain open for them to come back. But I'm also glad that Lou did get a chance to state how he felt about Martell and Marcel coming after Tiffany, two grown men ganging up on his wife. But I just don't understand what Carlos is thinking by filling these non-factors up on this reunion. And I'm talking about the Scotts. I'm talking about, both sets of the Scotts. And I'm talking about Betty. I'm talking about Junior. These people, they didn't need to be there. They could have did a video call in or something. It's like that's why you have FaceTime. He could have put them up on the big screen. They did not need to be there for that mess. And knowing how Betty is, they definitely shouldn't have had her there. But the Fletchers, I was happy to see them there, and I hope Neil stands up to Carlos about asking them about their marriage. Why is he asking them about the infidelity? Their infidelities were way before Love and Marriage Huntsville, way before they thought about getting on Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's like, Carlos, stop. If he can't ask the question all the way around to all the couples, then don't ask it to anybody. It's like, what is he doing here? And I'm glad that Nell got a chance to speak out and tell exactly what Martell, that Martell is still in love with Melody. Even though we know it, we already knew it, but it puts it on a whole nother level when it's stated out loud with somebody, it's for it to come from somebody other than from Mel. Because when Mel says it, she's lying, she's bitter, and she still wants him. But Nell don't have no reason to lie. Nell didn't have no reason to blurt that out except for it was the truth. And I'm glad she said it on the reunion, and I hope that it, with the truth of Nell saying that, I hope it struck Yugmouth dead in the gut. We know it didn't give her a dose of reality because she knows it as well. She knows that Martell still wants Melody, but whether the news hit her in the gut or not, she don't care. Like she said, she's going to stand by him. But overall, these 2 episodes of the reunion, it's like, it's just pissing me off more and more because it has made us more aware. Well, it's made me more aware of Carlos with him being biased, and that he really, that Kiki, she just really don't stand a chance while working with Carlos, because he's never going to see it for her, because the Scotts do not see it for her. And that's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think.